Wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady now to throw. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Bucs in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Fields. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the Bucs 4-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bears 21.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start here with a handoff to White. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 7, Brady eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, it's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there. Ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They begin with a run by Fournette. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath for those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Brady now on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 71 yards. And the Bucs get a bit closer. Extra point put through by Succop. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Fields. Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
And now here's another interception. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It's caught by Mike Evans. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
First down, here's White. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Yeah, Brady's throw there incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Fournette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Brady's going to look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first down, Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And this one's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game?
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Leonard Fournette, 38 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Brady will look to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
They're on 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.